Okay, I'm at Wanstead Flats. Got off the train at Manor Park. I'm starting the Essex Way today. I'm going to do it in sections, sort of like 2 to 3 day bits and like sort of day walks. So today I'm doing Manor Park to Epping. Now it says there's an official sign saying the start of the Essex Way is at Epping, but in fact it actually starts here. Okay, we're at Hyams Park Lake. Just stopped here just for a quick break, 5 minutes. It's really warm today, warmer than I expected. The sun's been out all day, not a cloud in sight, no rain, a little bit of a wind, but really nice weather, ideal for walking. And yeah, who would have thought you're in like the outskirts of London here? Absolutely brilliant. Okay, I'm doing stage 2 today. It's Sunday. Doing Epping Station. Morning campers. This is day 2 of my next section of the Essex Way. This is where I slept last night. That is the Essex Way there. Turn you around there. So I'm going that way. I've got about another, I'd say probably 10 miles to Notley today. And I've got breakfast on the go. Instant porridge, cracking. Yeah, this is where I slept. Rab Ridge Raider, like sort of a bivvy tent. I've got a down sleeping bag in there. There's a 3/4 length inflatable pad, that's that orange thing. A space blanket or heat sheet. With packs there. It's a bit damp, even though it had a rain cover on it. That's an Osprey Talon 33 litre. Cook-wise, little mini Esbit stove and a mini Coleman gas stove. And I've got about a litre of water left, which will see me through till the end of this stage today. Okay, more later. Okay, update. I've just packed away and started walking again. Can't believe where I've been camping and I didn't even know. Check this out. Fucking private fishing lake. Sticking it to the man I am. Anyway, onwards. That's a natural spring. It's been raining a lot yesterday, last night, so as a result these rivers are looking really high. It's good for me though, because it's easier to collect water with the Sawyer mini water filter, so yeah, used it last night, worked absolutely fine. No stomach upsets to speak of yet, so okay, this is just a quick video. I'm just testing out a new memory card for this camera. I'm just hoping I've got the right make. I'm absolutely useless with technology. Okay, so I haven't been walking for probably a good couple of weeks now, 2-3 weeks. Reason being that I've been doing the Essex Way and I've got as far as Notley so far. So I've got about 48 miles to go. So it's not too bad. Tomorrow I'm going with to Notley to walk to Chapel and Wakes Colne, which is near Ford Street, which is part of the one of the stages where you stop out on the way. I'm doing that with a friend of mine I met at work at the gym called Alex. He's bang into his walking. It's quite a rare thing to find someone sort of my age that's into walking, you know, sort of the same degree as me. So that's really good. So we're going to meet up tomorrow. I'm going to do some more filming. Maybe see if I can film sort of what he's carrying in his pack as well. He's a very knowledgeable guy by the sounds of it. I mean, he's done stuff that I've never even thought of doing before, you know, like hiking in like the Scottish Highlands, that sort of stuff, and you know, real sort of quite hardcore sort of walking and trekking. So yeah, so to say, I haven't been walking for a while because the last time, the last section, the Essex Way, I somehow managed to catch a waterborne parasite like Cryptosporidium or Giardia. Was collecting water out of a river. It was fast flowing. It'd been raining heavily that day. If you see some of the videos and the photos from the last section, you'll see it was literally like the rain was quite heavy at times, and it had been throughout the week. So of course the rivers were quite high, so it was perfect for collecting water, and didn't see any sign of sort of you know, like animal shit and stuff like that sort of around, but you know, you can never be too careful, and I thought, well, I needed to collect some water for, you know, for a camp, so filled up the 2 litre soya bag, filtered it, boiled it, so the water was all purified and everything. But stupid me, I made probably the biggest schoolboy error that you can make, and I forgot to wash my hands after collecting the water out of the river. Of course, my hands, you know, got covered in the water, of course, that had the you know, the virus or the parasite in. Yeah, I even carry like hand sanitizer on me. I carry multi-purpose soap. You know, I'm more than prepared, and I was just rushing, and I was like, I just want to find somewhere to wild camp. Just want to get, you know, a hot drink, hot food. You must probably know the feeling. Yeah, and then just get your head down and rest. You know, I was tired and I forgot. So big message to learn from that is, you know, hygiene. You can't take it for granted when you're out walking. Needless to say, the next day's walking was absolutely fine. Got home, had something to eat, hadn't washed my hands still. Stupid, I know. And then that night, in the early hours of the, would have been Sunday morning, well, that was it. It was like someone turned a tap on and left it running. I'm talking both ends. I've never been that ill. I lost about 3 kilos in weight. You know, I'd like feverishness, apart from the diarrhea and the sickness. I couldn't eat anything, hence losing the weight as well, and you lose all the fluids and stuff out your body. It was awful. One of the worst things I've ever done. Stupidest things I've ever done. You know, I just felt absolute crap. And it was there for a good couple of days, and then it went. Slowly started to get my, you know, my appetite back, and was eating more. Gradually put the weight back on, and then probably, well, this is Saturday now, so happened on Thursday at work. I managed to contract conjunctivitis, you know, in the eyes, and and I think what it was part of it was from you know, from the waterborne parasite. The doctor was like, yeah, that's probably, you know, delayed symptoms of it and stuff, that, you know, you could have contracted it from that. You know, I don't know if you can actually tell, I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment. My throat sort of hurts a little bit. I don't know if all these things are related to it, or whether it's just me at the gym, if I've sort of, you know, got a slight muscular pain in my neck or anything, but yeah, not good. So I've really been put through it the last couple of weeks. You know, I haven't felt like 100%, but you know, the conjunctivitis is going now. It's really cleared up, and I'm on the mend. I had a couple of days off work, which I don't like doing. Yeah, and this is going to be the first walk in a while, as I say, with my new walking buddy Alex. So yes, I thought I'll show you sort of a few bits what I'll be carrying. We're only doing a day walk, you know, it's 15 miles, White Notley to Chapel and Waits Colne Station, so we're not going to need a lot. I always carry like sort of a bivvy bag, sleeping bag and stuff like that. They weigh nothing, just in case you're caught short or anything. And it's always good practice as well to get conditioned carrying sort of your overnight pack with you on day walks. I find that's it's good practice. It doesn't weigh a lot. I mean, the pack that you're looking at on the screen here probably weighs nothing. It's usually around the sort of 5-6 kilo mark. It's not too bad. I'm slowly stripping that weight down and getting it down to absolutely nothing, if I can. Anyway, see, I'm going to stop waffling. And so first thing, clothing. I don't know if you can see this in this light. See, it's the size of my hand there. That's a Montane Minimus rain jacket in a fetching red colour. I got that on eBay for about £83. I think they're normally about, I can't remember if it's between 120 and like 190. I swear I've seen some places pounds. So and the guy had worn it once, so it's as good as new. It comes in that stuff, so it literally squashes down to like just slightly bigger than like a cooking apple, large cooking apple, I'd say, yeah. And it weighs nothing, absolutely nothing. So that is like my primary rain gear. Then we have here a bit of a mess, all this stuff. I've just chucked it out here. They are, I'm not going to unfold them out, but that's a pair of Berghaus, I think Deluge rain over trousers. And they're really good as well. I got them cheap on eBay, I think about 12 quid. And what they've got, you probably can't see in this light, they've got like poppers up the side of the legs and then a zip with inside that, so you can unzip them and pop them closed so that you've got venting right down the side of the legs, so they breathe really well. Because I find with rain trousers, my legs used to sweat so much when I had them on, because they were completely sealed in, whereas these allow so much ventilation through. And yeah, they're practically bomb proof, so, and they don't weigh too much. I mean, probably out of all the clothing that I use, that's probably the thing I'd like to try and reduce the weight in, get something lighter, maybe try and get some frog togs or anything. I've even experimented with trying to make rain skirts out of like a black bag or something like that, but for now they're doing the job just fine. Then apparently, according to Alex, it's going to be a hot day tomorrow. Well, hot, nice weather anyway. So I've got myself a cheap sun hat. I got that from China, I think. It was like £2. Took about 3 months to get here. But when it did get here, it was worth the wait. It was dirt cheap and does the job. So it's nice khaki colour as well. Got some, they're like sort of, I think they're Essex like running tights, nice lightweight, they dry quickly. They're really good as like thermal leggings if it's a bit chilly or a bit windy first thing in the morning. Then we've got a couple of like just cheap wicking t-shirts. I can't remember where I got these from. I can't even see what that says now. It's some cheap brand but does the job. T-shirt. Another t-shirt, that's a regatta t-shirt. That's a nice blue t-shirt. We've got, I think this is a cheap Mountain Warehouse green, like micro fleece. Nice and warm. Does the job, simple as. And these are pair of walk-in / sort of combat trousers. They're actually quite lightweight and they dry pretty quickly. I got them out of like Essex Surplus, just a army shop. Lots of big pockets on the thighs, of course, for holding maps. Can't go wrong, really. Then I'm probably going to take, I'll probably just keep this folded up in the bag. Just a Platypus 1 litre bladder, just so if we stop in a pub can collect some extra water, because we'll probably stop and cook a meal have some lunch. I think tomorrow I'm not going to collect any water out of the river. I'm going to give that a rest for a while and come back to it sort of when I'm a bit more comfortable with it, and plus all the filter and stuff's in bleach at the moment, and oh, it's like forensics, like a crime scene down. I had the gloves on, cleaning it and disinfecting and everything. So yeah, just probably take that, collect some water from a pub, you know, a tap. As long as it's safe drinking water, not fussed. Then probably take a pack of these, just some beef meatballs. Just chuck them in a pan, boil them. Just, you know, cook them on like gas stove, Hexi stove, Essex stove. Yeah, really good, and they're really filling. You know, nice slab of protein. It'll keep your protein going, keep the gains going. I'm not going to bore you with all that shit. Anyway, yeah, so just cheap meatballs. It's like £2 for that pouch out of Sainsbury's, down my local Sainsbury's. Really good. Nice, good food. And then I've got Old Faithful again, as you can see, you know, Terra Nova Laser Elite 20. 20 litre pack. Just move all this stuff out of the way. Got on the side that's just an old plastic sports water bottle, you know, with a lid thing, and some duct tape wrapped around it. Never know when you're going to need duct tape. And then that's just another bottle. They're both 75 millilitres, so, you know, quarter of a litre under a full litre. That's the camera case, the camera I'm holding. Then in the pockets, just turn the camera around. We've got, what have we got? We've got spare paracord. Hardly ever use it, but the day you leave it out of your pack is the day you usually need it. So it's one of those, you never know. That's a good thing about these little hip pockets on this is, I mean, it's such a simple basic pack, but it's got all the features all the big packs have. Yeah, it's really, really good. Although it's starting to get a little bit worn, this, because it's like, I don't know if it's a ripstop nylon, I don't know, it's incredibly light anyway, it's nothing, so it's been battered a bit. So, but the upshot is, though, they're quite cheap to replace, about 30-35 quid on eBay, so I might get one in black instead, so I don't stand out so much with this fluorescent green, although I actually quite like it. I've grown quite attached to it, so I'm not really sure. Then, get out. Difficult doing this stuff one-handed. A couple of black bags, many uses, that's all I'll say. If you watch any of those YouTube channels with all the survival stuff in, you'll know how useful they are. Then we've got 3 AAA batteries, cheap and cheerful. Spare batteries for head torch or light, flashlight. But then basic lighter, penknife. This is just a Victorinox camping one. I mean, I would like to get a nice fancy kind of, you know, knife, like, I don't know, like a Mora or a Essie Azula, or, you know, any of these sort of fancy bigger blades, you know, like a fixed blade. I don't know, really, just never got round to it. You know, I don't use a knife that much anyway, so you know, penknife does everything I need it to do, really. So you know, make do with what you got for now. Couple more features on the pack. Got a whistle on it, always useful. Never actually had to use it yet, but you never know. And then, so yeah, so the bag, I always just sort of skip this in other videos with the bag. So what you do is you roll it, you seal this Velcro up, you buckle it there, clip it down, so you know you get your full 20 litres. Really good, and that doesn't pull apart really. You know, it's a good little pack. Okay, so open this one-handed again, and inside I'll just sort of chuck stuff on top really, in case the weather is a bit iffy again, a bit cold. That is just like a little lightweight long sleeve thermal black long sleeve t-shirt thing. Pair of black fingerless gloves. I like fingerless gloves just because, you know, you can still, like, if you're using GPS or map, you know, guidebook, you know, anything, you know, you don't have to keep taking your gloves off. You've got fingerless gloves, you know, you can easily access stuff. So I prefer fingerless gloves over full gloves, although I do sometimes carry like a full set of like low alpine grey full gloves, like grippy palms on them as well, just in case, but they usually tend to do the job. Then a little cheap and cheerful black beanie hat. You know, lifesaver. It's like such simple things, so cheap to buy. You know, you haven't got to spend loads and loads of money on stuff like that. It just does the job. Then I'll have had breakfast anyway before I go, but I don't know, I burn for a lot of calories, so just bought another pot of porridge. Yeah, just pour boiling water on it. Boom, bosh, done. Then we've got a food bag. I'm not going to open this up, I can't be arsed. I've got Alka-Seltzer, a couple of Sporks, once again very cheap. That big bottle there, that is some, I think, apple and blackcurrant, like a juiced sort of, you know, squashed bottle, so you can flavour your water, because I don't like drinking plain water, I can't stand it. A couple of snack bars, like energy bars, breakfast bars, like Nature Valley bars. Then that is Mugshot. I think it's a tomato and herb pasta one. I find they're really, you know, really simple, lightweight. They give you plenty of energy as well. You know, just keeps you going. So I could have that with the meatballs. You know, eat like a king. Then in there, I don't know if you can see. Ooh, that's the light there. Anyway, there's like a little Brillo scouring pad with like soap in it already. So it's ideal for, you know, cleaning up the pot afterwards. There's hot chocolate sachet in there, cup of soup. Yeah, just, you know, if you can pour boiling water on it and stir it, that's all you need. Nothing else really, nothing fancy apart from the meatballs. You know, just cooking that in a pot. Yeah, you know, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, I swear, probably as much as him, but I cannot cook like him to save me life. So leave that to him. Moving on, cook system. I want to try and get a bigger pot as well, like some actual cook pots. I'm just using like a titanium cook mug at the moment. I think this is Life Venture. In there, that is like mini gas stove Coleman, and I've got a little gas cartridge there. And the rest of the pot, candle, so you can always light off of it. Another lighter. These, that's like a ball of cotton wool soaked in like some melted Vaseline, left to dry and wrapped in cling film. So, you know, unwrap it. It's an instant fire lighter. Yeah, nice and cheap. And then what else we got? I've got another stove. I mean, it weighs nothing. It's one of those little mini Esbit stoves. I'm going to unfold it all. A couple of water purification tablets. Less is said about that, better. Got a little mini pack of waterproof, stormproof matches. And then I've got 4 or 5 Esbit cubes. And also some tin foil just tucked in on the inside there. Tin foil, makes a good windshield, or you can cook with it. Once again, check out the survival things on YouTube. Many uses for it, and very cheap as well. So yeah, that is the cook set. Very, very simple. I also take a little Life Venture collapsible bowl. So boil your water in a mug. Does your meal, and hot drink in that, and then pour some of the water into this with your mug shot in it. You got dinner. You got food. Weighs nothing. Cleans up great. Next in there is, these I've got two of these actually. I'll just grab the other one out. This one here as well. They're both Cuban fibre stuff sacks. I got them on eBay. So I'll open this one up first. Inside this, got a little cheap RAC pocket flashlight. It's actually really bright as well. I haven't got the batteries in it at the moment. I'm not putting them in because I think it just, even if you've got the batteries in, it's switched off, it sort of gives off a little glow to the bowls. I noticed in the dark ones, and so of course it's still draining the batteries. It's really annoying. So yeah, I'll leave the batteries out. Got that. Then I've got, I think that's a Petzl Ticker 2 headlamp. Cheap, about £9. No, £7 on eBay. Brand new in the packet. Bargain. Can't go wrong. I've had one of these before and it eventually gave up the ghost on me, but after quite a few years. So they're really good, really simple. I am thinking of upgrading to a more powerful headlamp. Maybe something like a black diamond. It's splashing out that extra bit of cash and getting something really good, really bright. Even though when I'm wild camping, you don't want to give off too much light, and let people know you're there. But just something a bit brighter, if I'm sort of walking at night and stuff as well, it'd help. Because when I do like wild camps and stuff, I'm walking at night, of course. And then there's a load more batteries in there as well. For both of those. So yeah, that is the lighting system. Very simple. That's all I really need. Then in here, this is sort of like an odds and ends bag, really. Got a little bit of travel toilet roll. You never know. Don't want to be caught short. A couple of cable ties, useful for repairing things. That's just a little Write in the Rain waterproof notebook. I like to write down sort of things. I keep a journal when I'm especially doing like multiple day hikes as well. I've got more black bags in here. Then first aid kit. More spare batteries as well. I forgot I had that many batteries. There's a little button compass there and a little button thermometer as well. Like literally like 5p piece, if that sort of size. Paracetamols, ibuprofen. I think there's anti-diarrhea in there as well. There's anti-allergy like what do you call them? Piriton tablets. There's plasters, all different sizes. Blister kit as well. Not that I really get them anymore since I transferred over to trail running trainers. Haven't had a blister since. So, but you never know. Never know. Don't weigh a lot. I think there's some sachets of sun cream in there, antiseptic wipes, and there's a little booklet of like first aid info and stuff, because I've forgotten half of my first aid course. It's not good at work. Just I hope nothing happens in the gym, because I would be absolutely shit at dealing with it. Don't worry, no pressure. Yeah. So very basic first aid kit. Yeah, I don't carry too much. I try to avoid getting in any scrapes or incidents really. So it's the best form of first aid, isn't it? Really, it's just trying to avoid it in the first place. Don't take risks. But yeah, it gets me out of most problems. That. Yeah, rest of the bag. These are things I should have used last time before I caught the parasite. It's just a little mini dropper bottle of Life Venture multi-purpose soap. It's just lip balm. Trying to, looking after your lips. Get cold in the wind. Pen for the notebook. Another like a mini penknife. I mean, this is absolutely crap. This thing, I don't know why I bother carrying it, but it's been with me for, I've lost track how long. I mean, the blade is like a toothpick. Then hand sanitizer. Where were you when I needed you? In the pack all along. Some surgical gloves. What is that? A pencil. I hardly ever use this little bag of stuff, so I forget what's in there, and I can probably cut weight from that easily. But I don't know, I'm one of these people, I find it difficult to part with stuff. Got to be really ruthless, honestly. How clean is your house? I'd be awful on that. Right, then what else we've got? Back to the bag. Titanium windscreen, just rolled up in there. You just stick that round your stove. Boom, away you go. Brilliant, lightweight. Then I'll show you that in a minute. That's just a basic Life Venture mini towel. I've only just started carrying it again really, and it's actually been one of the most useful things in the pack. It gets used for everything. Cleaning yourself, drying your feet, when you stop and you take your shoes off and dry your feet, if they're really wet, and cleaning up pots and stuff after cooking. It's gets a lot of uses, that. I've had it a long time. This just a plastic Ziploc bag with Walking in Essex book, really good guidebook. That's got all the stuff for the Essex Way in it. Got the relevant map. I think that's the map I'm going to need tomorrow. Whoop. Yeah, it is. It's the one. Yeah, OS maps, can't go wrong. I don't really bother with. Oh, I've got two of them in there. Yeah, I don't really go with GPS systems and that because they can always go wrong. Can't go wrong with a map, can you? Always works. Old school approach. Then down to the bottom of the bag now. I'm going to have to put that down a second. Okay. So stuff I'm not going to use tomorrow, but as I say, it's good to carry with you to condition your body to carry the stuff. That's my Cumulus 650 fill down bag. I think it's 650, I can't remember now. It keeps me warm anyway, it does the job. It's perfect. I've had it in snow, rain, wind, warmer weather. Weighs about 600 grams. Says it's rated down to 3 degrees Celsius, but I mean I've had it in lower temperatures than that. So then that is an Outkit Hunker bivvy bag. I mean, that weighs about 370 grams. I did write all the weights down and stuff, but I've forgotten. Then back to this bag up here. This has got inside there, it's a polycryo ground sheet. They're quite tough, indestructible. I've got those grey full gloves I was telling you about. There's an inflatable pillow in there. That's like my luxury item. I found I can get a much better night's sleep with that now. pair of spare walking socks in there as well, and then there's a Sea to Summit silk sleeping bag liner as well, just to add like extra degree of warmth and just keep your bag clean, you know, especially if you're using down. Yeah, so that's that that little bag. Then in the rest of the rucksack, I've got just a piece of foam there, acts as like the backrest, sit mat, extra bit of you know, sleeping padness, because that orange thing there, that's a high gear 3/4 length self-inflating mattress, so it's 3/4, so the foam I could stick at the bottom or keep in the pack, you know, for my feet or something, or just to sit on. But yeah, it's quite a comfy little pad that, yeah. So that's pretty much everything. I think it's gone on a bit this video. I was nattering away at the beginning about my ailments. I sound like an old bastard. Yeah, that is pretty much everything in the pack. I haven't weighed it. I'm not going to weigh it now. I've got football to watch, so that's more important. I'll weigh it tomorrow. I'll weigh it tomorrow morning. Yeah, and I'll do a few more videos tomorrow and see how it goes. So yeah, it should be good tomorrow. You know, Alex, you know, new guy to go walking with. Should be a lot of fun, really. And he didn't turn his nose up at the thought of like going to the pubs as well. Yeah, my mate Richard that I go with, he's not a fan of drinking and stuff like that, but he's also a good bloke to go walking with. But he's always like, no, we need to get moving, and I'm like, no, come on, let's just have a drink, you know, it's part of it, isn't it? You know, it's not an army, like, you know, military march or something. You know, you have to have a good time, have a bit of fun. Yeah, you know, soak up the atmosphere, you know, sort of the places you visit and that, you know, you want to go and look at the church, or, you know, the pub, or historical bits of interest. Talking of which, we're going to be passing through Coggeshall tomorrow, which I've done a day walk or two there before, and that's full of history there, so that would be really good. Lots of photos, bit of filming. Yeah, it should be good. It'd be nice to get out. The weather's apparently going to be good as well, so I probably won't need half of that bloody rain gear or cold weather gear, but I'm probably not going to take a down jacket, to be honest. And then, quickly over here, that's my crag hopper cork handle trekking poles with some fluorescent tape around the edges, so you know, you can be seen at night and stuff by cars and whatnot. So I take them with me and all, because they've been really, really kind on like my knees and joints and stuff like that, and my back. Yeah, you know, I never used to carry poles before, and you know, you could really feel the difference, and you'd ache more the next day, and you know, all the work in the gym you do, it's still not going to prepare you. You still want to take, you know, some kind of support sort of stuff for walking. So yeah, you know, a set of poles is always good. Even though I'm not carrying a lot, I'm not carrying a massive heavy pack like I used to a few years ago. But it's yeah, they're good to have. So it's like 25 quid. Yeah, eBay again. You can't go wrong with eBay. eBay's the best thing ever for walking gear. Yeah, it's better than go outdoors. Although go outdoors is kind of like a toy store. You know, you just get in there and you're like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. You know, and even if you try and behave yourself and like go, right, you know, just come in, just get the two things you're looking for, whatever, you know, cheapest thing and all that, you get to checkout, you still spent like nearly 100 quid. I don't know how, even with the discount card and that. I just love it. I even tried getting a job there once. I think they could tell he's too enthusiastic. He'll probably try and steal stuff or something like. I wouldn't, but yeah, yeah, I didn't get a job. No, they didn't have any places, so that's not a bad thing, because Doing something I enjoy now, yeah, working in the gym. Yeah, I don't want to go back to bloody retail. Anyway, I'm drifting off the point there. Yeah, back walking. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow.